So you never know a man's personal struggles until you walk a mile in his shoes. I think my defining moment was I just got my driver's license and I was hoping that my dad would let me drive his car at least just around the block or so. But that never happened. But it's funny because his best friend, who had a really, really nice car, just threw the keys at me and said, "Hey, take a spin." And I was just dumbfounded. I'm thinking, okay, my own dad wouldn't let me drive, but his best friend just threw the keys at me. So I didn't even hesitate. I just jumped out the door, jumped in the car, and took off. 5 minutes later, there's a cop behind me. Okay, no big deal. I made a left. He made a left. I made a right. He made a right. Okay. I made a left. He made a left. Then the sirens came, pulled me over, slowly approached the car and said, "Sir, I need to see your driving documentation." Gave it to him. 5 minutes later, he came back, said, "Sir, I need you to get out of the car. It's stolen." And I'm thinking, what? This is my dad's best friend's car. It's legal, it's registered, everything is paid for. So anyway, I got out the car on face down on the ground, and cars are just slowly driving by, and I could see people's eyes just beaming down on me, and I can see the judgments, and I can see, you know, everything they were thinking. And it was just sad, man. It was just sad, Stood there for about 10 more minutes, 5 more cop cars, surrounded by what seemed like the entire police force. Then came, "Oh, we're sorry." But they never said that. They said, "Sir, you're good to go." And I just drove off and broke down into tears. And that moment, I just went home and my entire body system just shut down. Went into deep, deep depression. I mean, for a minute, I would just map out everything I needed to do. If I need to go to the store, okay, what store am I going to? What do I need? Map it out in my head, take off, rush in the store, grab the stuff, jump back in my car, come back home, and that was it. School, same thing. Straight to school, knew all my classes were at, where all my classes were at, and just came back home. For a minute, for a good 2-3 years, I just stayed at home, didn't say anything to anyone, cried within myself every single day until one day I just pick up a pen and I just started writing. I just started writing my experiences, and that was like a release within me to just document certain things. And I felt such a great joy within that I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. I would scribble on napkins. I would scribble on money. I would scribble on anything I could find just to write something, express myself. And it created a joy within me. And one day my cousin read a couple of pieces I wrote, and he was, whoa, blown away. But at the time, I didn't take anything from it. I just thought, I'm just writing down my stuff. But he just pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. And then he started creating these scenarios. Hey, what if you can write a piece about X, Y, and Z? And he would describe certain situations. And I would come back like in 15, 20 minutes. Entire pieces just, blow his mind. And from that moment, I think that was just my way back of just getting back on track. So that's just a little piece about myself for those of you who frequent my page, who come through, listen to my words. So that's where it all started for me.